first game of the final day of the playoffs. In the bottom right, we have Trigger and Showtime, who are... Actually, they're just going for blocks. I thought it was proxy gates first. Looked like they're going to do something cheeky. At top left, we have Serral and Elaser. And they're all... Ooh... No. Oh, that is so painful. The double... Dude, on this map? Oh, no. Oh, like, that is so far away, guys. That is messed up. That's a good start for them. If I would start a best of 5 like this, I would feel pissed off if I was the Zerg players. Most notably here, guys, everyone playing their main race so far. I mentioned before, I could see Serral playing Protoss, and we can see Trigger playing Terran. I think those are the only switch-ups we can see. But yeah, we have a double Zerg against double Protoss. I think I've actually not seen one. Serral managed to fake him out, by the way. That is pretty nice for him. He's going to be able to get his own base. Yeah, I mean... Is it a big deal? It's... I'm not 100% sure it is. No gas from Serral here. It is a pretty early pool as well. Now, I'll do the prediction after this game. Just remind me. Maybe we'll do some odds or something. It's fine. I don't feel like alt-tabbing to do it right now in the middle of the cast. I kind of wish they would have walled off the front, both of them, by the way. Like, look how much faster the gateway unit is. What is this like? I mean, that's an entire shade of an adept, right? Like, 2 adepts getting in here would have been pretty painful for them, but... Okay. I mean, I don't want to read into the early game too much because it looked annoying in the end. It didn't really seem like too much happened. Alright, here we go. You know, as players, just as a little funny thing, we always like judging admins and how they do the pause countdown. Kuro just passed the vibe check, okay? It's, you guys might have heard me talk about it before, but it's quite funny. Some of the admins, referees, they will count down and then wait like an additional 2 seconds before they unpause, and it completely throws off the rhythm. But Kuro there definitely passed the check there, so that was good. Now, what are we going to see? Double Twilight, okay. I'm not going to lie, I was expecting 1 Stargate, 1 Twilight. I would have bet on it. Hey, yeah, it's a good thing, Kuro. You passed the check. You passed the check. I would have definitely expected 1 Stargate because just 1 Oracle putting stasis wards is so freaking good. If you guys didn't see yesterday's game, Showtime Trigger against Lambo GG Machine, the final game in the best of 5, Showtime pretty much just won by himself by going for, I think it might have been 1 Oracle, could have been 2, I don't remember exactly, but just Oracle into Blink. Look at this link up. Oh, that's shared control, by the way. That is really smart. This must be pretty hard to do if you don't have shared control, right? Like, imagine. Oh no, you targeted the other drone. Let's get this one. Oh no, this one's closer. Oh, you already shot that one. It would have been pretty painful. Is it double glaives? It is double glaives. Oh, okay, we're getting spicy here. I love it, guys. I also thought it was probably going to be glaives or charge plus blink, but instead it's going to be double glaives. Okay, I like it. I played glaives a couple times in 2v2, and it was one of those styles where it felt like it should be strong, but it didn't... Oh, it's a big all-in, by the way, a lot of gates. But it wasn't actually that strong in the end, so I guess we'll see. Roach Warren is going down for Serral. Oh, I do think if they play the way they played against me and Shameless, which was 1 person goes for Mutas, 1 person goes for the Roaches, then it would be very strong, because 2 guys doing a Glaives all-in would definitely counter 1 guy building Roaches. Now, at this point, they see that at least Trigger is all-inning. That's a very good scout by Elaser's Overlord. I feel like they really should be expecting both of them to attack now. Elaser's making... I mean... I get that he's making Lings because he doesn't have gas, right? Like, he already went for the +1 attack, but... Are Lings really gonna be that good against 2 people playing 6-gate Glaives? Like, the Roaches are gonna be... God, this is gonna be so difficult to defend, though. They have to wall this off, I think. Don't they? Like they made units in time. As you can see, their drone counts are perfectly fine, 37 and 41, but if they... Okay, I mean, they're giving up the 3rd base, which is a fantastic move, really, first of all. They did fantastic there. I think they have to wall this off, because this is going to be 5 million adept shading into 1's base. It looks like it's... Oh, that's a good counterattack as well. It looks like it's Trigger microing all of these. Yeah, Trigger has all of these. You can see the little selection circles below them. Let's see. Oh, that would be a... I mean, It's a lot of adepts, but that feels like it's the worst possible shade. The Zerglings are countering these adepts into the main base. I mean, it's just so many freaking adepts, huh? And it's 2 players warping them in. I mean, Serral is going to be very strong after this. Let's see if he can escape with these drones. Looks like he's probably going to escape with a decent amount of them. Trigger is warping in adepts in this bottom base. Showtime is warping them in from here. I mean, I think that first shade really cost them a lot, honestly. Like, I'm still not convinced that this attack is entirely over, but it really could have been quite overwhelming if they didn't literally shade. It wasn't even in the roaches, so all the adepts shoot. It was like in front of the roaches. Like literally, I don't think it could have been a worse shade there. And it was actually Showtime controlling them. I mixed up the colors in my head, but it was Showtime controlling them. So if you want to blame someone, that first shade was Showtime, I believe. So there you go. If I still got it wrong, then it is what it is. You guys will have corrected me by now. +1 did finish for Elazers. The links are going to be stronger. He has Banelings now as well. These adepts are going to get cleaned up pretty handily, and then we're going to have to check the economy from here. Good recall there by Trigger for sure. This is a really annoying spot here for the Zergs, by the way. Like, you can access 3 bases so easily from here. It's the same with Reapers. Trust me, I know. I've abused this spot many times. Yeah, they need to get a grip on this right now. Elazer is down to 24 drones. Like, Serral is at a healthy drone count, but he doesn't have a lair. He just has a lot of roaches. The income of the Protoss players is way bigger. And they're already both building Immortals, which means the roaches are really not going to be that strong. Now, Roach Bailing, especially if he gets Roach Speed, could still be a strong composition. They are warping in a lot of Adepts. I mean, this just looks like it's going to be a follow-up all-in, right? At this point, I think they would know. Like, the Zergling sees there's no third. These Zerglings see there's no third over here. These Lings are going to see the move out. He saw the Immortals and probably the Sentries as well. Still drones being built, though. Are they going to be able to defend this follow-up attack? I would say no. I mean, it looks freaking strong, right? And once again, they didn't even really execute this perfectly. Gosh. I'm curious, if this even is a win for the Protoss players, which in my opinion it should be, what is it going to look like if they just keep playing this build and the other guys are going to have to find an answer to it? I wouldn't be surprised if the Zerg players will default back to the build that they used against me and Shameless, which is 2 base Roach Speed, 2 base Spire, pretty much. And then if it's Skytals, you play Corruptors. If it's not Skytals, you play Mutas, and the Roaches keep you safe. Okay. I mean, this Prism has been so freaking annoying as well. Look at this attack! It's so many force fields as well. Only one of the players has to warp in sentries. Run by is not going to get through. I wouldn't mind if he just clicks the core. I mean, these are +1 links. Maybe you could have tried to click the core. There's adepts in the main base as well. 5 adepts do die pretty fast. Excuse me. Elazer's morphing Banelings, that could be very useful. Once again, Serral's army is quite good here. Elazer's army is not that good. The Banelings are, just the Links aren't. He is blocking those Banelings in, which is a little painful. There's a million Adepts in the main base once again. This is the problem going up against the Adepts. You need either the Roaches or the Banelings to defend it. You can't deal with it with the Links, which makes it so much more difficult. Hey, Serral's up at 140 supply, and he's about to get Roach Speed, by the way. He's biting down this ramp, so he can't really counter it. Elazer, I'm afraid, is not going to be able to defend this alone. Serral's going to send a couple Roaches in the meantime. I mean, if he manages to defend the front this well, there is a chance. There are no upgrades on the field besides Elazer's upgrade. That is not a good shade by Trigger over there. He's going to lose all of those Adepts pretty fast. It was like 10 Adepts. He could have maybe tried to pick them up, but he's going to lose all of those Adepts over here. Force fields go down, but they're just not really that meaningful here. Still a couple Banelings around for the Glaive Adepts. Ravager's really absolutely god tier over here. Okay, this shade is probably going to hurt. Oh no, there's a pretty low HP already. Okay, then it's fine. Thought he was going to lose a couple more drones there. Elazer is going to lose a couple more drones on this side. Keep in mind, guys, there's no third base on the side of the Protoss players. Serral, well, he doesn't have the most economy right now, I guess because he was running around with his drones a little bit, but he should have the strongest economy, and he has the best army by far. 160 supply for Serral here, guys. Now, there are not that many force fields left, and he also has Ravagers on top of that. Prism is still being annoying over here by Trigger. Showtime has a lot of freaking supply, 117, and it's quite high quality as well. A couple Bios go down. Probably need to send a couple Roaches each time to follow the Adepts. Oh, okay, I thought it was going to be a finish there for a second. Protoss players taking a third base now. And okay, I mean, things have calmed down a little bit. Especially because the Protoss player decided to transition. And the situation is this. Serral is very strong. Elaser is pretty much deleted from the game. And the Protoss players are somewhere in the middle. Trigger definitely weaker than Showtime. Pure because of army size, by the way. Though Trigger does have 8 Immortals at home? Wait, Trigger... Huh. That's kind of crazy. His supply is so low with that. Well, he has 8 Immortals at home and over here, right? It's kind of hard to see, but it's a mix of teal and blue Immortals. Gonna get 1 Immortal there at the front, which is nice. Yeah, I mean, I feel like if this game goes on for too long, the Zergs are going to be in trouble. Like, Storm is on the way, they're both making Immortals, and Elaser just doesn't really have anything he can build. He did deny this base in the meantime. I guess we missed it at some point. It has to be done with these links. It's going to be an Immortal that he can kill. Doesn't want to lose the links. Understandably, actually, because that's how he gets the map control. Now, Serral managed to stabilize completely. 44 workers, and he's now getting Banes with Bailing Speed. This is going to be a follow-up all-in from the Zergs, I think. Oh... It's open! The gates are open! No, I didn't want to risk it. Oh, that would have been beautiful. If he got in there, that would have been extremely painful. Maybe could have even killed these Templars, by the way. Are those? Yeah, those are the only Templars too. Wow. That could have changed a lot there all of a sudden. Yeah, it's going to be a follow-up all-in from the Zerg players. Elaser has 30 workers. Serral has... Oh, that's a free Immortal. Serral has 44. Roach speed and Baning speed. He has 21 Banings. He's going to have 11 more. 11 Ravagers on the field. These guys do not really want to be moving out. Oh, there's storms though. Oh, actually not yet. Look at the timing on that storm. It's going to finish like right now. The Banings are already getting through there though. Storm just in time, I want to say. Did get a decent hit on the Immortals though. Immortals slightly lower HP. Zerglings are threatening in the back. Now we're going to get in here again. 1 Immortal goes down right away. That's a little painful for Team Blue. I see a lot of Zerglings at home for Elaser, but yeah, Serral has already lost 30 supply. I don't think that they're going to be able to get through this anymore. Yeah, they agree. 11 drones for Elaser on the way. I mean, Storm is out already, and now they've lost a supply lead. They had a pretty strong supply lead with Serral being so high supply, but now, I mean, the income is just going to be terrible for them. The longer it goes on, the worse it's going to be. Trigger admittedly did get his third delayed for quite a bit, so maybe it's not as bad as it looks, but I still don't think it looks good. I mean, we're still looking at Serral, right? We've seen some absolute Serral magic. I've played against him in 2v2, and even though we won, I think, half the games, when you play against him, it does feel like he's worth like 1.5 players. So, I mean, it could be the case again, like really good control. Does he have an upgrade yet? Still no upgrades, actually, so that's going to be a little painful. That's a really big army, though. Yeah, I mean, it's so many... I feel like the Immortal Storm composition... Another Trigger! That's like the third one. I think that's the third Immortal I've seen die for free from Trigger. 2 of them on a miss rally, another one in an unfortunate position earlier. I mean, he was busy over here, so he couldn't pull it back, but the rally definitely has to get fixed. Okay. Yeah, Elaser is now on the 47 workers, but... Like, here's the thing. His army is only Lings. Lings are super, super, super good on the counter. In the main fight, they're just gonna die to the... Ooh. Look at this. Okay, how is this going to play out? They're just going to die to the storms, I wanted to say. He's not paying attention here. Actually, none of them are because they're fighting on the top side. Let's go back over here. Pretty decent fight for the Zergs. Banings got in there a little bit. Still, I don't think this Protoss army is really going to be stopped. Trigger has, I want to say, 6 more... Oh! Storm! Oh my goodness! No storms! Wait. Actually, oh my... Every single Templar died somehow! Actually, every single one for just those links. I mean, that really could not have been any better, and still, I don't think it's going to be enough. Serral pretty much on his own there. Actually, Ling reinforcements are very good, because there's no storms here anymore. So, Stalker Immortal not going to be the best army against Lings you can have. This base is still getting denied, but the other side bases are up now. I mean, the Zergs really did a great job trying to survive this. I thought they would have no chance at all, even to the second attack. But yeah, this game is a little scary for them. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like that early Glaives attack, it could have been executed much better. But in the end, they still kind of get crushed by it. Yeah, there's enough storms back here. The Immortals are going to be able to take care of the job. And that is definitely going to be game number 1 here. And now I'm curious, guys. What are we going to see for the games after this? I still think it is in the table that one of the Zerg players plays Protoss. It's also completely on the table that they're just going to do a completely different build. Like, for example, the 2-base Spire plus the 2 base road speed. I think the general style that... I mean, on this map, it would have been impossible because they literally forced him to take this base, by the way. But you know what I mean? Like a little more tech-heavy, so you're maybe a little safer against the early attacks so that you can do some sneaky stuff later. Game number 1 definitely looks scary for them, and it goes to the Protoss player. Okay, in the top right, the team that won game number 1, we have Showtime and Trigger. In the bottom right, the team that lost game number 1, logically, it is Elaser and Serral. Now, it looks like they're just opting for the same build over here. They're just going to try to take a fast hatchery. Serral actually going for the pre-Overlord hatchery. This is my Zerg build. I mean, I stole it from him. I just mean that that's what I play when I'm Zerg. So... I mean, it's more like the Serral build. Actually, he took it from Eric, which is a Brazilian Zerg player. So I guess we should give credit where credit's due and say it is Eric's build order. Elaser going for the same build as last game. Actually, not even a single scout from these guys. Eric took it from me. Yeah, facts. Every build that's weird has to be inspired by me, right? There's no way around it. Has to be. Now, I don't know what video he watched, but it was definitely one of them. Okay. I mean, to be honest, if I was the Protoss players, I would definitely keep playing Protoss after the last game. Serral going with the Zerg again. I don't think that he has practiced a lot of Protoss, so it does make sense to only use it as a last resort, right? Doing the race switch. I guess we'll see. Trigger's gonna full wall this by the looks of it. Oh, he might have changed his mind. No, it is gonna be a full wall here. Okay. I mean, Protoss is generally going to be quite safe, even if you think about roach attacks, then... I mean, one air unit that you can shut it down until it's a queen drop, right? Or a queen walk, actually. Could also be. Hey, Zergling drop, by the way. That's actually my build, the Zergling drop. I would really not mind it in 2v2 with Zerg. I think it would be pretty good. Especially because when you play against double Zerg, why would you ever scout this area? It's not like there's a medevac drop or blink stalkers or whatever that's going to come up, right? So it could be a pretty good sneaky tactic for a high level 2v2 match. Now, so far, it's really looking very similar to what they wanted to do the last game. Ooh, they're doing it. Okay. Twilight Stargate. This, I don't know, once again, if this best of 5 is going to have the same races throughout all of this series. But this, I would expect to be their standard build. 1 Stargate, 1 Twilight. If you attack in the same area, you only really need 1 Oracle to drop stasis wards, right? And harassment against Zerg, let's be honest, it's pretty hard these days with the Oracle. The Spore is so strong that you target down 1 drone and your Oracle's already orange HP. So I think going mass Oracle, probably not the best anyway. Really don't think you can get enough damage there. So I think it makes sense to go 1 Stargate. You could even play Phoenix. 1 Oracle, 1 Phoenix, kill every single Overlord on the map for both Zergs. And, well, I mean, if this happens, you don't need to. Oh, the double Stalker, yeah, then you actually don't need to. But that would be a pretty good opening. Trigger's gonna go for the Blink. Probably gonna take a 3rd base. Pretty soon, I want to guess. Let's see. As you can see, I really like the sharing control, by the way. That's awesome. Showtime controlling both the depths there makes it much easier. A lot of teams hate sharing control, so it's interesting to see a team that does the same as me and Goblin, where they just share it at the start, like, instantly. Okay, yeah, adept positioning shows me they definitely want to be taking this base, right? If they both did 12 foot this game, they would have won 100% for free, but it's only because they didn't scout. Otherwise, I'm not sure if it's that strong. They could have totally 12 foot on the last map, by the way, because the last map, like, you know, the ramp was pretty enormous, so that would have been possible. Okay, Oracle's gonna come back. Just like predicted, doesn't do too much damage. Trigger actually going for 5-gate Robo Blink. And Showtime's going for the 3rd. Okay. How is this gonna play out? I mean, they can't really both attack. I mean, if Showtime keeps making Oracles, he has a very cheap way of supporting Trigger's attack while being economically sound behind it. He could even go for like a Stargate base play after this, but I would predict him not to. Hey, this is a really cool... Wait, guys. This is a fantastically cool mind game. They killed the Overlord on Showtime's side. Overlord scouts Trigger, sees the exact same thing as last game, and now they might think that it's basically the same, but with a start of Oracles from Showtime. But Oracle or Showtime is not committing to this at all. It's just Trigger going for the attack. So that is a really cool mind game. And he's pretty much doing what I said. He's just going to keep making Oracles. It's a very cheap investment for him to support Trigger's attack. Wow. Hey, these guys cooked a little bit, huh? These guys spent some time in the lab. This is cool stuff. Like, this is so many stasis wards. Okay, he's gonna have to get in there somehow. Oh, okay, I thought that Ling was also gonna die in time. That would have been painful. And behind it, he's gonna go for a Robo and a Forge. I guess Showtime is most likely gonna go for Colossus. I mean, it could also just be Immortal Storm or something, right? But something tells me he wants to go for Colossus. I'm not quite sure what. Yeah, they're just gonna have to give up this base. Hey, these builds are brutal, guys. Yeah, they're for the people that complain about StarCraft not being a strategy game, but just the mechanics part. 2v2, baby. Look at it. These guys cooked. I mean, this is 4 Oracle. What are the Lings gonna do? I mean, Serral is still very strong behind this, right? His 60 drones is getting road speed. Like, Serral is 100% stronger than Trigger. Don't get me wrong. But this pressure is gonna get just an infinite amount of damage for free, I feel like. I mean, they might even end up killing them. I agree with it. He's getting Robo, he's making 5 gates, but he's hardcore chilling. I mean, this base is untouchable. It's too far and too deep on creep. I kind of wish that he would have counterattacked with the Lings, because these Lings have honestly been kind of useless in this whole encounter. I mean, they tank a bit for the roaches, but they really have been mostly useless, to be honest. Now, there's a couple of Ravagers. That stasis ward is gonna... Oh my goodness, that guy, he definitely does not need glasses. Like, that was picture perfect. Like, he was about to die instantly, because that would have been an Omega fat stasis ward. Oh, I was about to say this. We could buy all these. Good pullback in time. Lings are now going to go for the counterattack, but this is where the wall comes into play. This would have been very annoying. Hey, keep in mind, guys, all the Oracles are on the other side of the map. There's no recall available. His gates did just finish, though, so that is quite painful. Queen's arriving just in time. Oh, hold position. Yeah, nice. Well done, Elaser. Okay, that's... I don't know how many probes just died, maybe like 8 or something, but that was definitely quite good. We're in a very similar situation to the last game, but not as bad for the Zergs, because Elaser is a bit more alive, in particular in the drone count. But then again, he does only have roaches, and... Well, he's making Hydras now. But he does not have super high quality units yet, and the other team... I mean, it's already double Robo, Storm from Trigger, and a Templar Archives from the Protoss. Or from the other Protoss, sorry. I'm getting a little confused with all these freaking Protoss players. Wow. These guys, really, they are cooking. Like, I'm not saying they have won this game yet, but the strategies are cool. They really are cool. Oh, why did he hold position? It's because if you don't hold position the Lings, they would have attacked the Stalkers in this choke and not kill anything. You hold position the Lings, you kill the workers. That's it was a really good play. Stasis ward over there is gonna hurt. Yeah, exactly. That one is gonna die to a bile. Pretty sick, by the way, that they died to 1 bile. I always thought it was 2. Until I saw it like 2 weeks ago or something. That's kind of crazy. Okay, this Ling run by is not going to do anything, of course. Lurkers on the way for Serral. Okay. That's... I like to see it. If you look at the supply, you know, you would think maybe they can kill them, but it's just... I mean, look at it. It's just never going to happen. It's 5 Immortals already from 1 player. It's 1,000,000 Blink Stalkers. They both are going to have Storm. I just don't think any of these big all-ins is really going to cut it, to be honest. The Lurkers are going to be the right idea. Hive as well by Elaser. That is... Oh! Oh, catch on the Templars again! Look at that. Wow, nice. Basically, 3 High Templars removed from the occasion. Okay, no wall of there by Showtime, which is very fortunate for Elaser. That means not necessarily he's going to get too much more damage, but it's just a really annoying distraction. If Serral was at the front with his army, maybe they could have made use of that. I mean, they're still going to get a decent amount of probes here. Elaser, 2 games in a row, he got into a lot of trouble at the start. Still manages to make use of his units, which is nice. But now here come the real units, guys. Lurkers are on the field. Lurkers, I wouldn't say they counter the entire army, because there's enough... That's 11 Immortals out, guys. Oh, man. I mean, Lurkers are still going to be good against the ground, but it's... I don't know, man. It's going to be so hard to keep track of everything. Elaser is going to try help here on the right side, but I don't know if he really can. Lurkers are out. Storms can also be used from the low ground, by the way. Prism is still being super, super annoying in the main base. See, it's 8 lurkers, right? 6 lurkers, okay. Hive upgrades are on the way. Range is being built for the lurkers. But, like, what is he gonna do against this, you know? Like, he can just go and kill this base. He can probably go and kill this base as well. Nidises are on the way. Another good Ling run by... Like, he's really done a fantastic job with this. Very low in supply, but very valuable. He's just letting the lurkers defend, and that is the only way that they can actually defend and end up winning this game, I think. Serral also with a roach counterattack here. I mean, the supplies are getting really high for Protoss, so I think they're gonna have to make it happen in one of these skirmishes, right? Like right now, you could move forward, range has finished, maybe you attack with the Nidus. Protoss army could be trapped up here, up top of this ramp. Oh, this army is gonna die though, that's a decent amount of supply. I think he definitely wanted to lose these, because roaches are just not gonna be that good of a supply. Morphs 11 more lurkers. Elazer's gonna go for the Spire. I mean, this is what I'm looking at, guys. I'm looking at 2 Protoss players with an average of 175 supply that have Immortal Storm and are gonna make Tempest. Like, even one of those would be hard for Zerg players to deal with. 2? I am not quite sure. Oh, that was a free Immortal if he would have paid attention. Nidus would also be a massively killing move, by the way. Nidus could really just annihilate a base in one go. He does lose a lot of links there because he was focused on defending the main base. That is, how does that even happen? That's 8 lurkers in the freaking stasis, okay? Elazer's still trying to make stuff happen over here. This Prism has been horribly annoying, like really horribly annoying, just like in the last game as well. Trigger is getting a... Trigger's army is not that good against the army... Oh. Against the army of Serral here yet, because he only has 3 Immortals. Now, he does have the Nidus. That means he can actually start defending his bases pretty well. He's trying to Nidus over here. I mean, Serral is making a lot of stuff happen, but the Protoss players are both max now. I think one little misstep, and they are going to end up losing. I really do think that lurkers are the best unit to have in this scenario. It's the only unit in all of 2v2, every single matchup, that I've really seen make big comebacks in 2v2. Like, they're just very strong. Exactly stuff like this, you know? Elaser helping with the vision, that's really nice. You burrow a lurker here. Then at some point, maybe you get a Nidus up in the main and you annihilate the base, or at least take a fantastic trade. They can defend well. That's how you want to do it. Making Corruptors, okay. I mean, Elaser's really trying his best with the limited amount of resources that he has. Now, this is a significant... Oh, Temper should die pretty fast. There we go, only 1 Storm gets out. And this is really freaking annoying, you know? Like, to deal with lurkers, you have to either have the air units, or you need to send your entire army back. You just have to run away, I think. Because the Tempests are going to kill a decent amount of them. Serral, I know you're being attacked on the right side, but you have to dip here. Actually gets them out on this base. That's very well done here. There we go. This army is surprisingly good enough to deal with that entire Protoss army, so that's nice. Couple more pickoffs by Elaser, gets another Immortal. I guess he did get the Adrenal Glands, right? Elaser is +3 attack, no armor and Adrenal Glands. Okay, Serral YOLO'd on top of this army, which... I'm okay with it because he's rich, right? I'm okay with it because he's rich. It didn't necessarily seem like the most efficient thing ever, but... He can rebuild that army once, at least, so that's nice. Raptors going in here. Actually kind of would be okay with it if he sacrifices a couple to kill the Nexus, because it's an important base. Oh, sorry for that. 4th base for Showtime going down. This game really is starting to feel like the freaking Swarm, right? This is the Swarm right here. 2 Zergs, mass links everywhere, Nidus is absolutely everywhere, freaking Corruptors going to town on Nexi and whatnot. Yeah, here's the problem, guys. Showtime's army is really good against the lurkers, but Trigger's army isn't. Showtime has 8 Immortals and 6 Tempest and all the Oracles. Trigger mostly had Stalkers all this time. He now, sent them across the map, so now he just has a smaller army over here. Oh, this is going to be a tough fight for the Zergs, though. Link's doing a fantastic job keeping the Protoss away from the lurkers over there. He has to be careful. Okay, burrows them a little bit further back, which is nice. Corruptors are going to get in. Lurkers over here. Did take a pretty good trade. I mean, look at Trigger's supply here, guys. Trigger is below 100. Trigger's below Laser supply right now. That is crazy. Oh my. Is it possible for the Zergs? The supplies are almost even. If you calculate the fact that Showtime's army is freaking nuts, I would say that the supply is pretty much even here. But these guys, look at the income right now. Their income dropped. They both lost their 4th bases. This base was also denied earlier. That's going to be an annoying burrow, actually, because these cannons are going to take a while to finish. There's also another Nidus up here. I did tell you guys, Serral does count as 1.5 players. Like, even in 2v2. It's freaking insane, honestly. Like, just crazy. Probably has good upgrades as well. Yeah, +3 attack on those lurkers, the range upgrades, the Hydra Dash, all of the good stuff you want. defending here at the same time. Elaser is really starting to feel like he has a big presence here again as well. Oh, he does want to dip with those lurkers. The Tempest and Immortals would kill those a little bit too easily. Trigger's army is cornered. Oh, okay, he tried to close it by pulling the pros, which is a good move, but the warp-in wasn't quite in time. Trigger's third base dies. Oh wait, it was his third base earlier that died as well, right? Did it actually survive? Trigger's gonna be able to... Oh, there's a sneeze stuck in my nose. Oh, at an unfortunate moment. Trigger's gonna be able to push through here because he does have the Observer, so they do kill an important base. And this is the first blow that they have dealt back to the Red Zerg economy for a while. Run by absolutely insane here. Trigger is now down to 14 workers, guys. 14 workers on the map for Trigger. Showtime is by far the strongest player in this game right now, but... we have Corruptors on the field. He doesn't have upgrades for the Corruptors, I believe. Yeah, no armor upgrades either. So Showtime's army is going to go mostly uncontested, but Ling run-bys are going to be able to keep killing the bases over and over. Serral's going to keep nidusing. This, by the way, really, for 1v1, yeah, fans, this is pretty much the strategy that saved ZVP for Serral in the last big tournaments. Is he just niduses everywhere, he unloads legit 12 lurkers in the nidus, kills a base, and just runs away where the biggest part of the army is all the time. And now he's doing it in 2v2 where it's even harder. Dude, these links by Elaser are actually so good. Just like blocking the army a little bit. It is a lot of Archons. I think that was the last storm, right? Yeah, there's no more storm here. The Trigger's dead. He's gone. Okay. I mean, I like that he's using the caustic spray for this. That was completely unnecessary, actually, by Elaser, but I mean, it is what it is. Now, here's the thing, guys. 200 supply of pure Protoss. Army supplies are in favor of the Zergs. Not by too much, I guess, but definitely by a little bit, but... I mean, it's a super high quality supply. Elaser needs to be careful. Do not get... No! Elaser! No! You can't be losing the Corruptors right now. That's the anti-air. Oh no. I'm not gonna lie, that might have been an absolutely gargantuan mistake. Those Corruptors was gonna kill the Tempest, and now I think he lost half of them and the others are red HP. Oh, that is painful by Elaser. I think he traded that only for one Tempest over there, which is, yeah, really not good enough. I mean, once again, guys, Trigger is out of this game, but Showtime is such a massive army, and I don't think they're ever really going to be able to deal with it. Showtime is ready to go for the A move, you can tell. The way that he split his army just now, that was his brain saying, do it, you know? Oh, he's going to go for it, but he stopped. He didn't actually go for the big concave, so not going to be the most efficient fight ever for Showtime. Oh, I think the Zergs might still end up losing this one. I really don't think it's entirely done yet, because this is an army that could get surrounded, especially by Adrenal Gland Lings. But Showtime also has economy now. Showtime is mining from 2 different bases. If we look at the income right now, Showtime exactly is going to be leading. Elaser's economy is just like Trigger's, and Serral is slightly behind. But I think that this game might still go to the Protoss players after all. Really heroic effort by the Zergs, but this is going to be a tough one. I do think it's nice for the Zergs that Showtime is going towards Elaser's bases. Now, they really do not want to fight this unless it's time. They're going to be able to snipe a Tempest here. Very well done. Elaser's trying to bait storms with the... Sorry. Elaser's trying to bait storms with the Lings, which is very well done. They're going to be able to snipe an Archon. Corruptors are now going to come in. There's only one Archon left, so these Tempests are going to die. But are they going to have enough Lings left to deal with this army? I don't know if Serral, maybe he should be giving minerals to Elaser so he can keep making... Like, he has +3 and Adrenal Glands. This army would die to enough Lings. It's true, right? Lings did manage to deny this base on the bottom left. The income is actually still pretty even between the teams somehow. I have no idea how. So the problem is that these Templars are going to be able to recharge energy over time. That was a pretty good storm there by Trigger. You're going to be able to kill the final Archon. Hey, he could actually make, like, 2 mutas and... Oh, okay. Good dodges there. That was the last storms. Guys, those were actually the last storms. +3 Lings with Adrenal Glands on top of the Immortals, guys. Serral's base is dying at the top side at the same time, by the way. I'm just looking how do these Archons do? They're not quite going to be able to do it. Surprisingly, they clean up the army, but now there are... What is that? Like... Okay, it's 25 Zealots still left. I mean, if he had like 3 lurkers on the field, their chances would increase by really just a crazy amount, but there's no lurkers, no sneaky... He could actually micro this with the Nidus, by the way. You could put them in the Nidus and pop... Yeah, look! He's actually gonna do it too. That's so cool. Wow. Honestly, monstrous freaking effort by the Zerg. Really clutch by Showtime. What a game, man. Holy. That's definitely one of the games of the tournament so far. Wasn't the longest. We've had some more. But this was an absolute omega banger for sure. And now I wonder. Because this is my POV of this game, right? Serral, Elaser, both games so far got absolutely dumpstered in the early game. This game, they also got dumpstered in the early game, but they still almost won. So I would kind of like to see them continue to play double Zerg, but just do a different build. Like they could go for the 2-base lair, or maybe they could really try to expand a little bit further out. But the builds they're doing so far doesn't seem to work out for them. I hope they can figure it out because I really want 5 games of this. All right, in the top left, Team Shower, Showtime and Trigger are already on match point. In the bottom right, we have Serral and Elaser, who played a really beautiful last game. I was already hyping it up, but it has to be said again. Beautiful, amazing last game from behind. But they're just gonna need something different here, guys. I don't know what exactly it is. I'm not saying they should all in or do something super drastic, but they just need to get themselves in even a decent spot. It doesn't have to be a good spot, just a decent spot for the macro game. And then, I mean, you saw what Elaser could do with those freaking Lings. You saw what Serral could do in, you know, virtually a 1v2 with the Lurkers, right? So, I mean, if they just don't die, way more easier said than done, by the way. But if they just don't die, I think we could actually be in for a 5-game series here. But we'll see. So far, nothing too special. I do find it a bit odd that only one of them walls off. Hey, by the way, just saying, this is the second game in a row that they would have struggled against 12 pools. Like, I think it was Maples and someone else that suggested in the chat, 12 pools would have been pretty devastating for them. Like, look at this ramp. Okay? Last game they didn't scout. This game, only one of them walls off. I think it would have been pretty hard to deal with, man. Like, the Zealot's gonna... Even if he walls it off, right? The Zealot's gonna arrive so late. Maybe one of you should message him after the game, like, hey, bro, 12 pool next game, trust me. Source, trust me, bro. I'm sure they'll believe you. Now, let's see. I don't know what I want to see exactly, because I'm not that much of a Zerg expert. In 2v2, I feel like I'm pretty good with Zerg, but I don't know the builds that, you know, you would come up with if you prepared for 2v2, for double Protoss, for example. I just want to see something that shows me that it's different. Like 2-base lair or 1717 Ling drop or whatever, you know? I just want to see something else. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be Stargate and Twilight again. Actually, yeah, I was about to say, it was Showtime. Okay, we're going to see the build that one of you wanted to see earlier, which is the double Oracle. I mean, it could also be double Phoenix, but that sounds kind of weird, because then one guy might as well do it. But I was sure it was going to be double Stargate until I realized it was Trigger with the Stargate, because last time it was Showtime playing Stargate. But then I started to doubt myself, and we indeed do have a double here. Serral going for the third hatch. Elaser is, for the first time this series, is going to have a safer third base. So this is probably not going to die. At least not early on. I'm curious. I feel like this could go towards a Skytoss late game as well. Though, I think, you know, this tournament has been going on for a long time, okay? I think they must have realized by now that Skytoss sucks against Zerg if you play it like just straight Skytoss without stuff before. Because you just die to the Corruptors. That's pretty much how it goes. And it only has to be one of them building them too. I think the last game I played... yeah, me and Shameless against Elaser Serral. By the time my teammate had 20 Phoenixes, he had 37 Corruptors or something like that. Because it's just like, if you play against Skytoss, you can just not make the units. Like, literally, you don't even need queens. Just not make units at all. Your teammate makes the units, and you just make Corruptors after you saturate 3 bases. Or maybe even 4. And that's pretty much all you need. Now, wait, they did switch it up, right? We haven't seen a Roach Warren yet, I believe. It's a lair before Roach Warren. It is a double Oracle going in here. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what I meant about making too many Oracles. Like, it's... I feel like you're still not gonna get damage done. Oh, wait, this is cool. Look. Oh, that is actually very cool. Look at this, guys. Showtime is controlling these, and Trigger is going to be controlling these. So it's like playing Archon, you know? Like, they're going to have 2 squads of 2 oracles, and they're both being controlled by 1 person. Okay. I feel like definitely a couple drones should fall, but not too many. Serral's going to pull the drones just in time, of course. Don't even have to look how he was shooting a gas. Okay, a couple drones going down here. I think it was 3. But yeah, it's super hard to get damage with oracles against Zergs these days. And this was 100%. Oh, okay, that was a little painful. How much did he lose? Oh, that is a lot of stuff. I don't know exactly how many drones he lost, but that is... Probably lost like 14 links there or something for pretty much nothing, so that's a bit painful. Okay. I am gonna make my prediction literally right now that this game is gonna go to the Zergs. And I'm purely basing it off of this. No other reason whatsoever. I mean, I also don't think that the oracles, like I've said, are that good against Zerg anymore. So you're playing against double Zergs and there's just queens and spores everywhere. As you can see, it really didn't do that much damage. But I think because of this triple Stargate, they didn't have a read on it though, right? There's no overseers on the map. I don't think they have any vision whatsoever. Yeah, they haven't even seen the Stargates themselves, just the third bases. If I see him make a Spire, I think I'm really gonna like it for them. Then what's gonna happen is Serral is gonna play 1v1 against Showtime on the ground, and Elaser is gonna play 1v1 against Trigger in the air. But it's just not much of a 1v1 because the Corruptors would just win. Admittedly, I do feel like Trigger got a little bit of a head start compared to Elaser, because Elaser was the only one that did take a little bit of damage here. I'm sure we're gonna see the Spire. Yeah, exactly. There we go. Okay, Spire goes down. It hasn't been scouted yet as well. It is gonna get scouted right now. And I'm curious to see if there's gonna be any change in strategy here. I mean, this could just be a +1. Oh, thank you. It could just be a +1 or +2 6 carrier A move. Could totally be that. Okay, ooh, let's see. Now, Serral's so freaking... Like, it's insane. Like, why are his units always in the right place? Like, it's not... Why? You know? It's messed up, no? I think it's messed up, personally. But maybe that's just me. Like, if you watch Serral play, you legit would think that defending Protoss stuff is not that hard. But he's just always in the right place. Like, I don't even know why. Like, it's a 2v2. How often do you think he's played this map, you know? How often do you think he defends his 4th base against 3 oracles? Like, why are his units in the right place to snipe 2 oracles? But okay. Spire goes down. Now, this is the big question, guys. If he does not realize that this is carriers, I still don't know. I don't think they've seen it. Let's do a quick confirmation. Oh, they have seen it. Okay, then we're gonna have Corruptors. That's gonna be fantastic. I was gonna say, if he does not realize it's carriers, he could be going for Mutas, but he's gonna go for Corruptors. Yeah, I think this is a great position for them. At least strategically. There could be a timing that's going to be scary, right? Serral's now working on his Hive Lurker upgrades. I mean, listen, guys. This is going to be a Serral playing a Lurker 1v1 against a Protoss, which... How many of you would predict him to lose that? I'm sure not many, okay? And then we're going to have Elaser, who's literally going to get to make Corruptors only for the rest of the game against the guy making capital Protoss ships. I made my prediction that Zerg is going to win this one, and I stand by it fully, seeing the situation right now. If you look at the supply, you would kind of think it's not that great for Zerg, because Zerg usually wants to be up in supply. But, like, it's Lurker... Oh, they do have to switch... Okay, this could be the tough part, yeah. They need to make sure that Serral is where Showtime is, and Trigger is where Trigger is. And they did a really good job of kind of attacking... Like, Trigger went for Serral, and Showtime is now going for Elaser, so that's really well done by them. Yeah, that's a lot of Oh! Yo, Elaser hiding those links was so good. That was so good by Elaser, guys. Like, come on. That's fantastic. Really. That's awesome. He hit the links. Wow, that is beautiful. That could have really been problematic. If the links were not there, and Serral had to walk down here with pure Hydra. No. Okay, look. Here we go. Yeah. In cannons and batteries, by the way. You guys see why I predicted the Zergs to win now? This is the most ridiculously one-sided fight in 2v2. Like, it's just like... like he's in, like, all the cannons. Like, it's insane. Literally, Elaser deserves a lot of credit in the meta of the 2v2 circuit. Because Elaser, if you guys remember, in the second or the third warm-up... No, not the warm-up. The second or the third monthly, Elaser was the one that pretty much deleted this playstyle from the 2v2 tournaments and did us all a massive favor when it comes to entertainment, because like carriers can be fun sometimes in epic close games, but a lot of times carriers lead to like they AFK and then they kill the dude. People don't like that. I don't like watching it, the players don't like playing against it, that kind of stuff. And then Elaser and Skillus found out that against Protoss Terran you can play Colossus Corruptor. And Colossus kills everything on the ground, and Corruptors just solo the air by Protoss, and it deletes the playstyle from the game. Now let's see. Elaser has 78 drones, 14 Corruptors right now, which is still more than enough. These lurkers do have both hive upgrades already, I believe. And here comes the Nidus play. Now that was not a good Nidus because, yeah, there were 2 cannons and a carrier there, but I think he didn't see. He just put it down really fast. Do they have Storm? I think, yeah, Showtime does have Storm, indeed. Okay. I mean, what they can do now is they can just keep flying around. Like, here's the thing. Corruptors kill the carriers. They also just kill Nexi. He can kill this in like 7 seconds if he wants to. It's going to be very fast. Like, he can storm it. It's not going to help. Oh, it is. Why did he go away? Okay, I mean, I would have just killed it, honestly, but... I mean, it makes sense. Honestly, I respect it. Like, he wants to have enough so he can kill the carriers, because that's the main purpose, okay? From what I saw, he was going to take a little bit of damage, but he would have been able to kill the Nexus, heal up the Corruptors, and it's fine. I mean, Serral also has 30 Hydras, right? 33 Hydras, actually. I thought I was overestimating, so it's always fine. But it's a good move. Like, I think what can happen now is Serral can just make more and more lurkers, literally until 30, okay? And Elaser can just keep making Corruptors until he has 50. And I don't know what they can do against it. Like, Trigger can't switch to ground anymore. If you're curious about that, why doesn't he switch to ground? Like, he can't, okay? He has no upgrades on the ground whatsoever. Well, he has the +1 shield. No attack upgrades, no armor upgrades, no charge, blink, gateways. Not even warp gate, probably, if I had to get... No, he does have warp gate, at least that. But yeah, he can't switch to ground anymore. And it's gonna have to be Showtime soloing the lurk. Oh, this looks like a decent fight for Showtime if he would go for it, but it's just very, very scary to do anyway. Yeah, Corruptors are gonna go in. They're gonna absolutely... Okay, I was gonna say 1 tap. I didn't know it was gonna be literally 1 tap. All the storms are used on the Corruptors, but the carriers are already dead. He does have... Wait, where were those? Did he pull a couple too many back to deal with the... I guess there was a run-by or a Nidus I didn't see. I think he might have pulled too many carriers back to deal with it, because those carriers would have been necessary. He lost the mothership in a literal one-shot. Like, all of these are gonna get one-shot, by the way. Like, he can't stop it. He can storm the Corruptors, but then he can't storm the ground army anymore. Yeah, it's really satisfying. Honestly, it is. Look at that. Another one dead. He's just gonna back off a little bit, let the lurkers do some work. And here's the thing. Elaser can retreat whenever he wants. And Serral can just rebuild his army. Lynx got in over here because these rocks are broken. Yeah, these guys, they're popping off right now, guys. This is what we want to see. And I thought this before this game, but I still think it now, especially after this one. You might think after the last game they shouldn't let Protoss get to the late game, but I really think it's the opposite. I think the Protoss players want to not have Serral and Elaser get in the late game. Because I know Elaser is maybe not known as a late game master. Serral is pretty much known as the late game GOAT, right? But what Elaser is really good at helps so much here. Like, the link counters by Elaser are super good. Elaser is really good at retaining his units, making him good in clutch situations, so I just think this is perfect. Yeah, the storms have been used. There's one more storm left, exactly, and now they're all gonna get one shot. There you go. The Archons are coming, but actually just a little bit too late. And GG is called. There we go. Game on the board for the double Zerg. And... yeah, I mean, this game is going to lead me to believe a couple things. First of all, I really don't think we're going to see Skytoss style again. And I mean specifically straight into Skytoss. They could totally still go for Tempest after playing Immortal Storm kind of thing. But I really don't think they're going to go blindly into Skytoss. And I would also guess they're probably not going to play double Stargate again, because I know what it's like from a Protoss POV. If you make oracles and stuff, you kind of want to get a lot of worker kills. It didn't really feel like they killed anything with the oracle, so I think after this we're probably going to see Stargate Twilight again, but I'm very happy we've got a game on the board for the Zergs, meaning we have a game number 4. Okay, in the bottom right, the team that is now officially on the board, the Zerg team, it is Elaser and Serral. And in the top left we have a very strong Protoss team so far. It is Trigger and Showtime. Now, Trigger went for the gas first, which I believe usually means that you don't scout and go for a Stargate. Oh, Showtime went for the block. Okay. They actually, they could have done the strat. Ah, okay, I see. Serral has been doing this every game since, I think. Yeah, okay. Serral started doing the Overlordless hatchery first. So the hatchery before the Overlord, so he couldn't get blocked. And I think maybe because of that, they stopped setting 2 probes. This map also could have been a 2-probe double block, but I think this one would have never been blocked, so... Now, Elaser, for the 3rd time this series, and the last 2 times they lost, has a vulnerable 3rd base because it's in the front. I'm scared, guys. I would love for them to show us that you can beat that strategy with double Zerg. I mean, I'm sure you can, especially in 2v2. When you have 2 players, there's so much strategic variety that you can do. You can do different builds. One guy can cheese, one guy can macro. You can also both cheese. You can do a semi-pressure, whatever. Anything, right? But if they lose again to like a similar pressure, that would be very, very tough. Ideally, we get another game 2, but the Zergs win, because then we have game 5, and that's like freaking epic, right? So, yeah. Whew. I'm curious. Both Protoss players playing normal. Also, they did both wall the natural. What would the last map be? I'm mostly trying to think whether the 12 pool would work on the last map. That's pretty much what I'm thinking about right now. The last map would be... I feel like it would be probably not Undercurrent, not Breakwater, not Arctic. It could be Roskalion or Undercurrent, right? Oh, Yellow Jacket, that's the one I forgot. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, I think game 5 would be tough for the Zergs, actually. Yeah, that sounds pretty tough. Okay, like I predicted, we are gonna have the Twilight and the Stargate. I'm not quite sure why he played Gas first to go Twilight. I mean, Trigger is way better of a Protoss player than me, but I feel like you don't need that much Gas if you're going Twilight. That might mean that it's going to be Blink. Judging from what I can see so far, this looks like they're going to play Game 2's build, which was 5 Oracles. I know at some point it was 4, but I don't know if 1 died. 4 or 5 Oracles plus Blink. Yeah, it is going to be Blink, exactly. How are they going to defend it, guys? That is the question. Like, the awkward part is that what you would normally do against the Blink heavy stuff is that... Oh, that could be a catch, barely not. Is that you would go for Ling upgrades. So you go +1 melee, and then you go for mass links. But Showtime made so many oracles that it sounds kind of stupid to go mass links. Okay, Elaser is going to go for the mass links. I just hope he doesn't die in a similar fashion the 3rd time, really. That's about it. What could also... they could also go for Hydras. If they both make links and one goes for Hydras, yeah, that could also be the way to solve this. It's quite funny that Serral took this base, by the way. It looks kind of funky. I guess it's a very fast +1 links by Elaser. Now, Trigger is actually going to go for that build. It is indeed going to be... It's probably going to be another gateway as well. Probably 5-gate Blink. Or actually, it was 6-gate that game. Just a lot of gateways with Blink and a Robo. There's gate number 5. Is he going to drop a number 6 as well? I'm going to guess probably. There you go. 6-gate Blink with a Robo. And Showtime is going to make at least 3 Oracles, I want to say. There's number 3. I think since the last time worked out so well, he will probably make a 4th or a 5th as well. That's what I think. Now, we have an Evo for Serral. Yeah, I think what they're going to do... like, it's just... I don't know about this base, guys. Isn't this base just going to die again? Like, that's what it looks like to me is going to happen. Oh, this counterattack could be big, though. Where are the Oracles at right now? Oracles... Oh, wait, the Overlord knows they're here. That's really good. Look at that. The Oracles saw the Overlords. There's another Oracle finishing, but it's not going to be over here. Yeah, this is going to be a big catch. Look at this. Oh, +1 is not finished, yo. That's a little bit unfortunate. +1 is not quite finished, so... Oh, there was no Spore here yet. So... The Adepts are not going to get absolutely annihilated. But this base is going to die. Well, the Oracles are not back yet, guys. And here we go. This is what we wanted to see, right? Serral with the Hydra then. Is that base going to live? The Pylon dies. Oracles are still not back. Wait, where did they go? I'm actually... Okay, they're coming back now. Yeah, okay, it is going to live. He did lose a lot of units, though. Yeah, Elaser is once again going to lose the 3rd base. I mean, this time it's different, because Elaser did do a good amount of counter damage, and now Serral is going to go up to Hydras. Hopefully they finish in time. The Oracles, keep in mind, since they did go back, now they're not here to deal with the links. A little bit of a counter in Trigger's main as well. This was important, because it pulled Trigger back. Trigger could have been doing free damage all this time. Here we see, guys. Ling, Queen, and there's 11 Hydras on the way. if they survive solidly for even just a little bit. I think they need like 20 extra seconds or so. Okay. Actually, ooh, yeah, triggering the stasis word is going to be hard. Yeah, it is indeed. It's so many freaking oracles. Okay. I wouldn't even... Oh, that's a good micro over there. Exactly. Okay, yeah. So now we have Hydra Ling. Another good trigger on that stasis ward. And now they should be able to survive, but they have to micro it as well. The Hydras need to be shooting the oracles. Let's see. Laser has 60 more Lings on the way, and he has +2 on the way as well. And I really do like this hold. It just sucks that he lost his third base again. If he didn't lose his third, I would freaking love everything about it. Like, let's say he took this one and they went the other way. That could have been a possibility. Now, it is very close to the same situation that we've had before. Serral was the strongest. Elaser is the weakest, and Serral's kind of gonna have to clutch it probably with lurkers later on, while Elaser does mass Ling run bys. That's the name of the game so far. I'm actually surprised he's still going against this many Hydras. I think the Zergs are probably surprised as well, and maybe even a little bit annoyed. Because they're like, bro, you should stop attacking. So they send the Ling run by. And then they're still attacking. Okay, they're going to be able to catch this. Oh, Trigger had nothing here. He's not... Oh my goodness, that would have been so freaking close. If he got in here, that would have been massive. +2 is on the way for Elaser, by the way, so his Lings are going to be super strong. Now I think they definitely have enough to push this back. Overseer as well over here to deny the stasis wards, or at least give vision of the stasis wards. Orcas are going to get in here, but there's a Spore, so they're completely fine. Now, the problem is that the Hydra count has been getting thinned out a little bit, and Storm is on the way again. Okay, Elaser got a nice run by here. Probably could be doing something more with these Lings. He went for the Pylon instead, which I don't believe really powers anything by itself, so that's not going to do too much, but Ling run bys are always going to be good. Hive is on the way. And I think Elaser really... Ooh, okay. Elaser really realized from the second game... Oh, this is going to be a really nice chase, by the way. Like, those Lings have +2, so they're absolutely killer. He realized that the Link counterattacks are really, really good, even if he's behind. So what Elaser did this time is get the +2 a little faster, I believe. And now he's going to go up to the Hive just to get Adrenal Glands. Storm is not done yet, guys. And they're going to... Okay, look at this counterattack. This is beautiful. They're going to be denying a base of their own instead of letting the Protoss players just chill. Now, what are they going to do behind this? That is the question. Elaser's going to threaten this. Obviously, he can't go here because of High Templars, but he is threatening it. Hydras are going to be trading pretty well against the Stalkers. It's also +1 against no upgrades when it comes to Serral against Trigger. And I would say that the Zergs have found themselves in a pretty decent spot. I'm not saying that this is a game that they're clearly winning, but it is a Trigger that is just locked on Stalkers without upgrades. He lost his third base. Elaser has a Hive. Look at this, +3 and Adrenal Glands already on the way. 845 after losing the base. And Serral is just chilling. Serral is at 40 Hydras with 78 workers. Dude, this trade is legit pretty decent only because he has +2. Like, the upgrades are so crazy on the Lings, he can actually do that. But there's no lurkers yet. Okay, look, this is the scary part. Hive lurker upgrade starts now. 2 lurkers on the way. Serral got supply block for the lurkers. He wanted to morph a couple more, but he can't. Oh, that's a lot of storms, guys. This is a nasty area. They're going to be able to attack into. Really love the concave by the Hydras. Yeah, Serral's going to have to micro like an absolute god. 2 lurkers finish just in time, which is perfect. A lot of storms going down. I think this is going to be a close one. Elaser with the wraparound, though. And keep in mind, guys, this is very well upgraded Lings. He fell back. I think maybe he could have tried to go for it, but falling back seems like the more reasonably correct choice. But they live for now. And keep in mind, this is their series on the line, their tournament life on the line. This is the loser bracket after all. He wants that Immortal, is not going to get it in the end. Let's see, how much production does he have? I mean, he still has 50 Zerg, he's going to go up to 70. Melee or Adrenal Glands is going to finish in time for a run by. Like, he could go for this base totally with a couple of Lings. How many lurkers do we have? We have 4 with 4 more on the way. Oh, Elaser's third base is going to fall again. He's going to kill a bunch of Zealots quite easily here, but the third base does fall. They are going to kill a couple units. Actually, a decent amount of units on the retreat there. I mean, keep in mind, guys, I know it looks bad for Elaser, but Trigger has 89 supply without upgrades, okay? I'm sure I saw him made in Forge earlier, but he still has no upgrades and he only has Stalkers. Showtime is strong, for sure. Trigger is not actually that strong. I would say that Elaser is stronger than Trigger here, because this is +3 Adrenal Lings, guys. Like, Showtime and Serral are pretty even, I would say. I think you could get the lead to either player. Like, Serral is max with Lurker with Hive upgrades, but Showtime is a strong 4-base setup, which is pretty much the goal where you want to be when you play a Protoss against Zerg. Oh, he does have Storms here. This is not going to work, sadly, for Elaser. I mean, he can storm this, but he would lose probes, so that's kind of annoying for him. Couple more links going in over here as well. Let's see. Yeah, they do have a lot of money. They could be exchanging this. 800 gas and 1100 minerals. They could totally be doing a little bit of trading over there. That would be nice. Now, Serral needs to get across the map at some point. Has he made a Nidus yet? I believe we have not seen a Nidus. Nidus would definitely be the key to truly unlocking... Oh, look, guys. They could... Oh, look. If Elaser stayed, they would have annihilated his army, I think. Instead... It's still really not bad, because what Elaser did is he pulled his army away, and now it gives Serral the opportunity to move forward. This time, Serral is going to be the one to go for the Spire. So it seems like they have decided that Elaser is just going to be Mr. Zergling, and Serral is going to be doing all of the late-game stuff by himself. I wouldn't mind... Yeah, I think that's what they want to do. They want to try and get a wraparound on this. He has... Oh, 9 Templars, guys! Oh, all the High Templars die besides that last one. Wait, he has lunge, but he didn't actually use it to get forward. Like, the thing is, Stalkers does not beat Lurker. Okay? It doesn't even have to be a lot. Guys, +3 links with Adrenal. The Stalkers are getting destroyed right now. Showtime still maxed, but he did lose... Oh, that is really good storms, though. Lost a bunch of important units there. I think he lost 4 or 5 Templars, right? I think it was 5 in the end. Does he have Templars left? He still has 5. They're up there, but now the Lurkers are going to be in position. And here's the thing, guys. Let me show you what's so powerful on this map. Once you get this position over here, they're stuck on the ramp. You can access this space and kill this from the high ground. If the Lurkers get here, the Protoss players are cooked. Elaser denies another base with the Mass Zergling. And like, even a fight like this would be pretty decent, but I don't think you want to fight it because you want to at least have the links to tank for the Lurkers if you need to. Oh, it looks like he wants to fight this, but there's really not a lot. Look at this, links on 5 Immortals, guys. All those Immortals are gonna die to the... Yeah, look at that. Even if it was Storm, 4 Immortals go down. These links are also doing a really good job against Trigger's army in the top. And now I think the floodgates are open. He still has 3 Immortals, 8 Templars, and 5 Tempests, but we're very close to them being able to go over here. Even if as it stands right now, Team Red is gonna have a slight income advantage. Actually, Elaser has as many minerals income as Serral and Showtime. The problem is that he has no gas, but it's not really a problem because he's only making links. He actually, yeah, it's funny he got supply block because he probably never expected to be high enough supply to get supply blocked again, so... Okay, let's see. This is a scary fight. I mean, they do have the Tempest now, which is going to be really annoying. This Ling run by is looking good. There's no store... No, look at this. No energy on these Templar. These Lings are going to absolutely ravage his base, guys. These links are just too strong here. Even the Zealots. +3 links with Adrenal Glands. Look at them. They're gonna destroy everything. It's not even close. High Templars, cannons, buildings, Zealots, everything is gonna go down. And that is Showtime's most important base. Very, very important base right now. That is an amazing snipe by Elaser. That's perhaps even a better snipe than killing the 4 or 5 Immortals earlier. So, very well done. Kind of surprised that the Nidus didn't come online earlier. I just saw it finish in a production tab for Serral. I kind of thought it would have... finished a little earlier because it had been so good. Now here's the thing with... Does Trigger still hasn't upgraded yet? He has +1. Both Zergs have +3 for their respective armies, by the way. Melee and ranged, and Trigger has +1 attack only. Now, Serral's army is so big, it feels like he has 60 workers, but he actually has quite a lot as well. Like, the links can also just kill... Well, okay, it is... No, it's 7 Archons. I thought it was like 4. Then the links would have been able to kill that. Elaser still going ham. Knight is being dropped down here now, which is nice. But we are gonna need... Oh, look at the recall timing on that. Oh, it's a mothership recall. Aha, I missed that one. Okay. Chaos mode is activated. I was like, he recalled over here to maybe help Trigger, but no, he's in the base. Ultra Cavern is going to get denied. Okay. Well, that's... Okay, it's Elaser's Ultra Cavern, which is annoying, because that would have been +3. Good dodges as well. I mean, their army is big enough, but there's still a lot of storms, so they gotta be careful. The blue team has virtually no economy anymore, because both of their fourth bases have died. Elaser is gonna lose his hive. He's... Okay, I kind of would have expected him to... No? You probably want to kill that, my friend. Like, right now, Elaser has time to make an Ultra Cavern somewhere else. He didn't grab the opportunity, but he had the time. A little bit of a counterattack over here, but it's very small. Trigger killing the gold base by Elaser. Let's keep tabs on the income for now we can. Red team massively ahead in income, and they're also ahead in supply. Oh, Showtime with a recall. Yeah, those are going to be dead lurkers. Barely buried them. Actually, burrowed them, sorry. I'm still going to escape with 2 of those. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Trigger is just really out of this game. Like, his army is okay, but Archons are really not that good against lurkers. They're good against the links, though, so keep that in mind. but he's not really going to be able to make more stuff. Actually, pretty much all Trigger can make is Archons because he has a crazy amount of gas income compared to the minerals. These Lings might actually kill these Archons, by the way. Once again, +3 Adrenal Lings, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the damage they do. He's actually going to kill 4 Archons, guys. He's killed 4 Archons and he ran into the main. What on earth is that? A little bit of run-by going on into the main base. Not quite sure what it was. Serral's moving forward. There are a lot of Tempest on the field, guys. It's 9 Tempest and Serral's now going to start his first Corruptors. Serral is incredibly patient with the late game army, okay? What I know from watching Serral play and from playing against him is that he's very likely to slowly trade away Hydras, get up to 20 Corruptors maybe. I don't know how many he needs because Tempests are not that good. Oh, that's a really good flank. Burrow the Lurkers. There's no detection here, guys. Oh, he does? Oh, it is there. That was freaking hidden in... Look at this Observer. That was hidden in the Archon. Yeah, I mean, pretty good snipes on the Lurkers, but Trigger is going to lose pretty much his last remaining value in this game. Now, this army is powerful, but Serral, I believe, is already going up to like 12 Corrupt... Actually, 10 Corruptors in total. Okay. 10 Corruptors, probably not enough yet, but he can start picking off Tempest one by one. Elaser, I feel like, is more in this game than it looks. I mean, he does have 4 bases alive. Actually, 3 bases alive, and he has this gold base coming up very shortly as well. Serral is maxed on Lurker Corruptor with 1 Viper. Yeah, 1 Viper, exactly. Now, 1 Viper can abduct 2 Tempest if you're not paying attention, so that's important. This army is not going to be enough to kill this base if Showtime's paying attention. He wasn't. Actually, here, I'm not going to blame him at all for not paying attention because by far the most important thing in this game is just babysitting this army. That's pretty much what he has to do. He babysits his army. That's what he can win the game with. He's not necessarily going to win the game by saving this base. He just needs to never lose this army again. He's not going to catch up to their... Oh, Trigger actually got another base. Ah, I see. Okay, so Trigger kind of catching up in eco there. Elaser has 0 gas income, by the way, which is funny. Okay, they're gonna go for it. This is a little risky. Really good micro there by Serral, as to be expected. Now, we do have a massive counterattack over here. Look at this. He's probably gonna do 1 storm. I can say it as many times as I want, guys. You're still gonna be surprised. +3 Lings with Adrenal. Just casually destroying a bunch of Archons and Storms as well. Now, Trigger is attacking in the middle in the meantime. Scary part of this is, guys, that Elaser, even though for a while it looked like he was going to be healthy, he was about to be on 5 bases, it looks like he's going to go down to 1 again, so Elaser is now completely out of this game, while Trigger is kind of back, and Showtime still has a massive army. Well, he doesn't have the economy anymore. Now Trigger is the one that has money. Yeah, the problem is the Archons are just not good enough against Serral's army. They do pretty well against the Lings, but they're just not... Oh my goodness, you are right. 2,500 minerals for... Ooh, okay. Yeah, that's a lot of minerals on the laser side. If I was him, I would just take this base and this base and this base and this base and literally just keep the one that survives, basically. Now, this is really what this game is going to come down to. They're doing a really good job denying the eco over and over. But in the end, they're still going to have to defeat the main army efficiently enough, right? Now, let's see. We have 41 Hydras. We have 15 Corruptors and a bunch of Lurkers, which should be enough. Good micro there, pulling back just in time. I think Serral is fishing here, like he really wants to get a surround. The micro is good by Showtime, but here we go. The surround from downtown is happening. Mothership is going to fall quickly. That time warp is very, very painful to go up against. They're almost out of storms, guys. I think there's 1 more storm on this Templar. He's probably going to do it now. No, decides to recall instead. I think they have done it with that attack, guys. There's like, what is that? 3 Tempests left. Not many at all. Trigger does deny the gold base again, so now Elaser officially has 0 income again. It's going to be 0 minerals and 0 gas. Serral also has no income. Trigger has more income than everyone else in this game combined because of this base, which means that they have to make something happen with this push. I think their army is still strong enough. There's 42 Hydras and 5 Lurkers. Okay, the Storms are still very, very scary, though. Corruptors are going to go over here. I would rather have them try and kill a meaningful base, to be honest. Either fish for the Tempest or kill a meaningful base. Well, he's gonna kill this one, which is not really mining anymore. That's okay. I think this game is close, guys. I think this game is still close. He has to be very, very careful with this army. He could snipe these Templars. Okay, he's gonna go for it. Does kill 2 Templars. Takes a lot of damage on those Hydras, though. But now Trigger is gonna go for the counterattack, which is hopefully not gonna deny these bases. If they do, they're gonna go down to absolutely 0 income. I imagine he has a Nidus at home somewhere that he can use. Now, that base did die, which was not the most important base ever. Actually, this base was semi-important. That was the second, like, half mining base for Trigger, right? Now, Elaser does still have 45 links, which are going to be super good at defending this. Actually, they're not going to lose this hatchery, I think, because the links are so crazy, right? Yeah, they're going to save this hatchery, and going to save most of the drones here as well, which is really good. They're going to lose their entire natural. Let's take a quick look at the income again. Yeah, blue team is still ahead in income. Keep in mind, guys, Showtime now has this base as well. Oof. I'm a little bit scared for the Zergs here because they have done so much right, but this still feels like a game that they could totally lose. Oh, this is going to be a massive flank. They need to hurry up. The Lynx need to get here. Oh, this is going to be a painful flank. Okay, the Templars go first, which is not exactly what you want. Yes, Serral's going to lose a lot of army here. Okay, let's see. He's going to be able to juke. Yeah, go into the main. Exactly, that's what you want. Archon gets sniped. Corruptors are about to snipe the most important base in the game, guys. That is absolutely massive news. Now, this army is fighting without storms. It is just the Archons against the Hydras, which is not what you want. Serral is attempting to escape with the Nidus. They might let him. Elaser coming with some links, trying to snipe them. Oh, he could actually kill them. They're gonna... No, how did they turn that around, guys? They just killed every single Templar over there. No! Misclick by Serral over there, I think, fights into the Archon, so he's gonna lose a little bit there. The Hydras did not go back in the Nidus, but they do kill the Zealots. Lynx over here are killing the last bastion of economy for Showtime. Let's see, what do they have, guys? They need something on the ground. It's 17 Hydras and 1 Lurker. I think the Zergs are still in the lead here, to be honest, but it's very, very close. Keep in mind, these Hydras, way better upgrades, I think. It's 1-1 against 3-2. Yeah, these Hydras, he can dash forward. It might be a bit crazy, it might sound crazy, but he can dash, exactly. He can dash on top of those Archons. These Archons are doing a little bit of work, but not the most important base. Corruptors are now sniping the new most important base of this game. Serral making it happen with these. Elaser is down to 14 supply, but he is mining now, which means he's mining more than Trigger, who is now down to freaking 0 again. Serral has a gajillion income compared to the rest. There's a couple Tempest left. I want to be careful to not lose the Corruptor so you can still take those down easily. But I think the Ling Hydra is probably going to be able to close this game out now. In fact, they don't have to close out the game anymore. For a while, they were on a timer, but now... oh my god. 0-0. Literally nothing. Not even one probe mining long distance. Well, these are going to start, but literally 0 income in total for them. They are going to lose their final army in the middle of the map. And oh my freaking goodness, guys. What an absolute omega banger. And look at this performance by Elaser as well. I know he also didn't have that many units, but the Ling run bys were insane by Elaser. Really, really good with the Lings. Serral with the multitasking. We did catch him make one mistake, which doesn't happen very often. Loses a couple of Hydras in the middle, but this was just fantastic. And really, this was like game 2, but flipped, right? And that's wait, isn't it exactly what I said? I said what we need is game 2, but the Zergs win. An absolutely amazing game. Could also be the game of the tournament. And we have a game 5 for our first series. Okay, guys, here we go. Game number 5 of what I would say is definitely the best series of the tournament so far. In the top right, we have Showtime and Trigger, aka Shower. And in the bottom left, we have Elaser and Serral. Selaser. Eleral. Yeah, whatever. You guys are better at coming up with names than I am. Oh, okay. For a second, I thought they were doing the thing again, where they were going to go for the double block, but I guess it's just going to be a single wall off again. You know what? On this map, I would dig the wall off, the single wall off, even if it's 12 pool, because you have to go the whole way around, so not as likely. Oh, he's going to take this base. Yeah, so I mentioned earlier that I thought game 5 was going to be hard for the Zergs. The reason why is because I think the Zergs have been stronger in the macro games, and the Protoss players tend to kill them early. I really feel like this base is incredibly hard to defend, because, like, first of all, it's close by, right? You can't attack very well yourself. And then you have Oracle, Stasis Ward, and Blink from here. It's... I mean... I guess if you get the Hydras out like they did last game, it's defendable. Otherwise, it's going to be incredibly tough, I think. I do want to shout out Showtime and Trigger for doing good builds. Because, especially early on in the tournament, and myself too, by the way, I'm not criticizing anyone else. It's the same for me. When I play matchups that I'm not used to, like double Protoss against double Zerg, you always experiment a little bit. Like sometimes you try like 2-gate opening and this and that. but I played a bunch of 2-gate against Zerg, and it's so freaking bad. So I'm happy that they didn't try, because it would have been probably a disaster. Like, it sounds good in theory, right? You go double gate, you have double the amount of adepts or whatever, but it's not... Wait, so Showtime walled himself off, and now he's gonna wall Trigger off as well. That is interesting. You lazy bastard. Doesn't want to wall off his own base. Okay. And what are we going to see from the Zergs? So far, not really a lot of variety. I think the biggest thing they changed was that Serral stopped making roaches against the Blink stuff and just made Hydras instead, right? And I expect to see the same thing. Let's see, Twilight, exactly, there you go. Twilight from Trigger, Stargate from Showtime, instantly scouted. Doesn't really matter. It's not going to come as a surprise to them that... well, they'd probably want to see if it's a double Stargate, but then again, you don't really have to see it, because you're going to make spores anyway and stuff because of the first one. Elays are making a bunch of links. Probably just... yeah, I think... oh. Ooh, nice save. I thought he was going to miss it for a second. Saves that one too. Ooh! That's a lot of damage on that. Not bad. Yeah, I like the strategy they're doing. They did the same thing against me and Shameless yesterday, where Serral doesn't make any links against the Reaper, because Elaser can just defend both of them. And now they're doing the same thing against the Adepts. Serral, his 34 drones didn't make a single unit yet, because Elaser himself can just defend the Adepts, right? Actually really like that. That's good stuff. It's a Void Ray. Okay. No Oracle first, huh? I mean, he's gonna kill 2 Overlords, so I think that's pretty good anyway, but not the Oracle first is a little surprising. Trigger seems to be going for the same build order again, I think. If you go Blink right away and don't make a bunch of gates to pressure, I would think it's kind of weird, so I expect to see at least 2 more gates. Maybe they don't go for the all-in again. Wait, did the Void Ray miss it? Oh, no, I see. Okay. Actually, he was trying to hide it in the last possible spot possible. Okay. Roach Warren from Serral anyway. Ooh, there are the gateways. Oh, it is still going to be the 6 gateway, yeah. So it's basically the same strategy, but pretending it's not by making a Void Ray first. That's the build. That's the switch up from them. And we do not have the Hydra then here, guys. Instead, we're going to go for a Roach Warren. I don't know. I'm a little scared for them. I mean, so far they played against pressure builds twice, right? And they played against this specific build twice as well, going 1-1. But they won with the Hydras and they lost with the Roaches. Though he made the Roach Warren, he doesn't necessarily have to make Roaches. It's quite likely at this point he was... I think they have the read. I think it's going to be Hydra then. Wait, did he just skip +1? Yeah, he didn't go for the same strategy, Laser. I completely missed that. I mean, right now it looks like he's making all the links but without the upgrade. Which, I'm not sure if that's much better. Gonna go for a Bailing Nest now. Serral throwing then the Hydra then exactly. So they're gonna have to deal with the thing again, but this time... I want to say with maybe slightly delayed Hydra then, it could also be the same time, I'm not quite sure. It really doesn't look like it's too far off anyway, but they are gonna have to survive for probably like another minute or so. Trigger the Stasis Wards right away would be nice. Queens are now arriving from Serral, which is gonna help quite a lot. And now he's gonna start, yeah, probably about 8 Hydras or so instantly. No transfuse for that, unfortunately. I mean, it looks like they're gonna have the defense here. Elaser basically has more units than last time, just because he skipped the +1, so instead of that, he has more units, but I think it makes sense because the Lynx don't really get to attack the Stalkers that much anyway. Oh, keep in mind, the last game, Elaser actually traded the Lynx to deal with all the Adepts, so now these Adepts are actually still alive. Oh, that's a really good surround there. Those Adepts are gonna die instantly. A little bit of a misstep there by Showtime. The Queens are still alive and well. It is 7 Queens over here, and the Hydras are about to finish. I think it's 8 Hydras. Or 7 Hydras to finish right away. I don't think they want to give up this base, by the way, because they don't have to. This Void Ray. Yo, guys. Is that Void Ray gonna kill the base? I guess they don't like this. It's so scary to go in here. Okay. It doesn't seem like they're sure whether they should save it or not. At this time, they don't have to, because they have this base, by the way. So this time, I'm way more okay with them salvaging it. Looking at it, maybe they could have tried, but it's definitely the way safer choice to not go for that. Now, they don't have creep over here, which is a bit of a problem. Good Ling wrap around here, because that means he's going to have to blink a little awkwardly to the right side. Okay. Fight with the Lynx, my friend. Okay. That would have been a little painful otherwise. Serral was like, oh yes, we got it, and the Lynx backed off. That can happen in a 2v2, of course. Now let's look at the aftermath here. Trigger going for a third base. Looks like he's transitioning a little earlier, because last game he really only had Blink for the longest time. It was just Blink and nothing else. Now he's getting Charge already. He's getting the Forge again. He also got the Forge last time, but last time he didn't start the upgrades. So maybe this time he will. Showtime's follow-up seems to be roughly the same. I feel like it's a couple more gateways than last time. But he is going to go for the Immortal Storm. Oh, that's annoying for them. Yeah, this might be... Oh, wait. Well, I mean... Oh, I thought he was just going to recall this. I guess he's just going to try to run away. Oh! Oh! That is bad now. I was going to say, it is a trade. It's a third base for a fourth base, so that might be good for Zerg. But then he actually straight up let him in. That recall might kill a lot of Stalkers, depending on if he gets out well or not. You could actually... Oh, the wraparound! He's gonna get 2 Templars for that, I think. Maybe not the second one. Doesn't get the second one, but he's also doing damage over here. And now this has opened up a massive amount of potential for them to just walk across the map. There are still... Well, there's no storms yet. They don't know that. But there are going to be a good amount of storms, and you don't really want to attack into that with Hydras. Voidray is probably going to fall. I think Hydras are quite fast here. Let's see. This is a very small amount of units here, Serral. Definitely want to be careful over here. He's going to kite into the Stalkers, which is exactly what he should be doing. Laser showing up with the backup links. And yeah, I mean, once again, for maybe like the 4th time this series, we are in a very similar position. I think Serral is slightly less strong than he was last game, but Elaser is slightly stronger than he was last game, because he did actually keep the eco alive. Upgrades are a little later. He does once again have a lot of minerals, so I do think you guys are right. And he seems to agree that he should be going for a macro hatch this time. Okay, this is going to be the surround of the freaking ages, guys. Look at it. Oh, this is going to be an actual massive surround. Look at that. Okay. Hydra's coming in from here. That Prism could die earlier on. There's a lot of links on the right side that could surround these High Templars, by the way. This fight looks a little scary for the Zergs over here, because these Hydras are going to get jumped on. He does manage to retreat. Counter-attack with the links or a surround. They could choose either way. Now, here's the thing. Showtime is they're basically all in with this completely, right? Showtime did not make a 4th base. He made a million gates instead. Trigger lost his 3rd base. Still a little bit of a surround going on. There's not that many storms. The High Templars are at the front, guys. There's not that many storms yet. That was the last storm, I believe. The Prism could go down. Decides to go back, and it's the right decision because he blinked in front. Now, let's see. I mean, the Lurker Hive upgrade is finished, but there are no Lurkers on the field. Even a couple Lurkers would go a very long way here. Elaser is still pretty strong, like, you know, income-wise, I mean. Like, he really doesn't have a lot of units, of course, but he could still make a lot of links. This base is not... Trigger has 46 workers, guys. This base got denied by the links earlier from Elaser that we didn't catch because the fight was happening. And okay, the game continues. It really looked like the game was about to end there, right? When they blinked in here and it looked like there were just too many storms. Snipe the Prism, but he loses 6 Hydras for it. Painful exchange there. Prisms are... You could ask Zergs, potentially worth more than 6 Hydras, but, I mean, resource-wise, it was not that great, right? Now, this trade is good. Oh, that's actually forced a recall, which was not necessary. Probably didn't see exactly how many links there were. Now, this is... I mean, those Immortals, why are they here? Oh, that's going to be 2 Immortals dying. He doesn't have a recall. It's going to be more than that, actually. Elaser's going to try to catch the Stalkers, but at the same time, we have an attack on the left side. This base should definitely go down. I mean, there's a couple Lurkers here, but really not enough. There's an Observer right here. That Observer needs to go here right now. Showtime uses the Oracles instead, probably just because he had them hotkeyed. A little bit of muscle memory there. But now Elaser is really in a bit of trouble, because this was his most important base by far. There's too many storms to chase, so he might lose the other one as well. Serral is moving across the map a little bit awkwardly, but it is moving across the map nonetheless. I mean, it's going to be a pretty good moment here, because I think those do not have storms. But he is going to get surrounded. I mean, once again, Stalkers do not do well against Lurkers. The surround by Elaser is absolutely massive here. And now all of these Lurkers are in a fantastic position. He's jumping on top of those Queens, but it's also not really going to do the trick. There's no detection for this Lurker. That Lurker could kill... Look at this Lurker, guys! It could kill all those Templars. Right now, it's not actually doing that. There's more Lurkers down here. This fight is absolutely insane. Elaser with another counterattack could very well kill this base, which is the most important base on the Protoss side. There's a recall on the side of Protoss, and I think Elaser's going to have to back off from there, because those are Archons, and this time, he's going to get the 2 Immortals, which is very, very nice. Maybe even an Archon? No, barely not. I was going to say, this time it's not +3 attack and Adrenal Gland links, but still did pretty well. Now, let's see. God. Now, these games are just freaking insane between these guys. I can't put it any other way. Absolutely crazy. This is not really a fight you want to take. It does really look to me like the Protoss players are in a better spot now. At least compared to where they were last game. I mean, the income for Trigger is really still not that special, and Serral is the strongest player in this game. Probably going to save that one. Definitely going to save it. Does lose the base in the bottom, though. I guess he was maybe hoping for Elaser to help. Yeah, that is painful. That is the most important base by Serral. They just keep losing their most important base. Don't they know how this game works? No, just kidding. But that does hurt a little bit. This base, I wouldn't necessarily want to attack this one on creep. I don't think they're going to try and fight this with the Lynx. There's just too many storms there, so that's going to hurt. This base was denied. Might have not been a cancel, actually. Not 100% sure. Stasis wards get triggered over on the right side. I mean, Serral does have 8 lurkers with range, which is very, very powerful here. Trigger's army is really not good against lurkers, but Showtime's army is pretty crazy, though. He's 184 supply, good upgrades as well, +2 against the +1 of Serral only. Wait, Serral actually stopped upgrading this time. Or he lost his Evo. I don't think that happened, but actually he has 2 Evos here. Maybe he did lose one earlier. Yeah, Serral has no upgrades, guys. Before he had the 3-2 in that last game, but now it's not looking as potent. Oh, this is really cool. Serral linking up with the Lynx with a couple of the lurkers. You can see he gave control to Elaser here, so Elaser is controlling those lurkers. These Immortals might... Yeah, look at this. Beautiful cast. These are going to get caught. 2 Immortals die. These Zealots are all going to die as well. Serral is getting closer to pushing on this right side. As long as he keeps splitting, he can take this fight. No good storms landed by Showtime. Surprisingly, I thought he would have at least tried to storm there. Okay, Serral is getting pretty far forward. It's a lot of storms, guys. Showtime does have a lot of supply, but if he gets in position, it's going to be painful. I think... Oh no, the lurkers lived. Okay, good. For a second, I thought all those lurkers died. Then they definitely would have been in trouble. I think they might actually... Yeah, I think this is going to be a good fight for the Protoss players. If there was an Overseer here, they could have sniped the Observers, but there's not. It's trying to fall back, but it's a little clumsy here. Yeah, this is going to be a painful exchange, but they are attacking on the left side at the same time. All these units are pretty much going to die, but these bases are also going to die. Let's see how big the recall is. That recall is not big enough to deal with the lurkers, but it might buy enough time. This base goes down, and that means that the red team now has a way better economy. He's more from 4 lurkers over here. Like, an Overseer would be very good here, guys. Like, I don't see it. The Oracle died. Like, you can actually just make an Overseer and snipe the Observer. Oh, no, they are... Or, never mind. I didn't see it in the unit tab. 1 Oracle still alive. So that might not necessarily be a play you want to, you know, hinge your entire strategy on. But a lot of bases are being denied. This base gets denied as well. And the situation we are in is that the green army, the blue army, is way, way, way stronger. Or at least... it's bigger in size, maybe not that good against lurkers. Well, actually, there's all of Immortals, so definitely still stronger as well. But the income is much better for the red side here. Does have to run away with these lurkers. Elaser are going to continue going for the Ling run bys, which is really good. Yeah, the thing is, they need lurkers everywhere to deal with every attack, and these guys can just keep running around. A couple transfusions would be very nice here. I think he tried to transfuse, he got one of them. Lurkers are going to burrow just in time. These Zealots are going to die because it's Adrenal Gland plus 3 Zerglings. Yo, the Protoss players are trying to go for this right now, which is a little insane, but it could very well work. It's an absolutely massive surround, and I think these 5 Immortals pounding from the right side are actually going to get the job done. An absolutely heroic effort by the Zerg players, but I think this Protoss, not quite 360 surround, but a very big surround, is going to be able to get it done. If they don't have lurkers left, they can deal with the army. I mean, there are no storms, maybe 1, but this amount of Immortal Archon is not going to die to a couple of Hydras on the reinforcement. Hydras can do pretty well, especially with the lunge upgrade. Are they going to kill everything? Absolutely not. Showtime still has his base alive as well. This base died earlier. I don't know if they died to these Stalkers or something else. But what a fantastic best of 5 it was. And Showtime and Trigger, aka Team Shower, take it in 5. Wow, what a series. I feel like there's so much to analyze here as well. Like, they could have done stuff different. The late games maybe could have been played better by them. Keep in mind, they also could have done a different strategy than what they did on Crimson. These guys, I think they really could have used a good cheese. Like, maybe they could have tried to go for the 12 one time, or a proxy hatch, or a link drop, or something like that. But in the end, fantastic best of 5, best series of the day, and it was only the first one.